Today, guys, is just a quick update on monthly distribution for YieldMax ETFs, and these are popular funds of funds and ultra. Of course, the announcement was today, and you can see YMAX, YMAG, and ULTY. Distribution prices or how much they paid was 73 cents for YMAX, and there's 64 if we round up. It's 64 for YMAG, and then there's 127 or 128 if we round up for ULTY. And the rate that will be represented on each one of them, of course, will be 42, 37, 97. Ex dividend date though, it's 15th, which is tomorrow. So technically you're supposed to have them today in order for you to receive these dividends. But if you don't receive this dividend today, for example, I mean, you're not an investor. If you invest now, whenever they pay dividend next time, I'll make sure I kind of let you know. I usually put on the post, community post, so you know when they're gonna pay, so you can have these ETFs before the date of ex dividend date. So ex dividend date is the date that they're gonna be trading without, which will be tomorrow, without the dividends. Oh, you know, without the. So that means if you buy tomorrow, you are now going to get dividends for for May or for month of April. You know, because remember, this is April dividends that they're gonna pay in May. So the May dividends they're going to pay, or May distribution are going to be paid in June. Record date, you have to be on the record on the 16th. So technically, usually you have to be you have to buy the ETF 2 days prior, or at least 3 days prior to record date. So if you had to buy yesterday, then you would be in record, but now it's kind of too late. Payment date will be on the 17th. So today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Friday, you will receive your dividends if you're an investor. So that's just a brief on when you should have ex dividend date, record date, and payment date, and how much they are going to pay. So now let's look at the prices. YMAX right now is 2063. The price range is on 52-week range is between 1938 to 2194. It hasn't gone up, but at least it's doing well. It's paying dividends, and it stay relatively sturdy. So if you own this ETF, you're getting your 40 something, and you haven't lost anything, which is great. And that's why it's most popular ETF, all of them, right? Now we go on at YMAG, right? YMAG is the Magnificent Seven, those seven tech stocks, you know, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, and you know, Netflix, and Facebook, Google, Microsoft, right? This is an ETF that track those ones or is investing on those. But if you look at this one, also is doing really well. 52-week range is between $18.56 to $21. So look at the, you know, if you look at the max, it literally started at 20, and it hasn't gone up massively. So you know, it didn't go all the way to like, you know, 40 or something, but it's still relatively where it was, and it hasn't lost any money. And but of course you're seeing the dividends that we've seen over 40%, you know, between 30 to 40. So that's a good. Now let's look at the last one, which is gonna be ULTY. Ooh, this is really disappointing. Look at that. ULTY, the 52-week range is 14 to 20.55, but right now if we look at the max, ooh, see, start from there. Right now it's 15. So I mean, there's capital depreciation. I mean, you've lost almost $4 from this one. So, but you've received the highest dividends, so that's the difference. I mean, the dividends on this one is very high. So now let's look at the distribution history between of these three ETFs, because they've been paying for over 3 to 4 months now. So we can look at the history and compare what they pay last month versus this month. Right now, we start with ULTY. We can see distribution yield right now is very high, 97, and it's because the price is lower, so the yield is going to be higher and is more volatile. This ETF right here, and then you can see they've paid the first dividend. The first distribution was in March, and then right now, and then April, and then also this month of May. So the highest they paid was last month. They paid 141, and this month they paid only 127. So there's a little bit decrease there in distribution. But if you look at what they paid the first time was only $1, so it's more than what they paid the first time, but also less than what they paid last month. And then if we go to the second one, which will be YMAG, we can look at the YMAG distribution rate right now is 37, and we look at its history, because this has been it's been on the market longer, just about a month and a half longer than ULTY. So we can see here the first one they pay 43, the second one they pay 59, they pay 62, now they pay 63, almost 64. So there's an increase on this one. So this is pretty good. YMAG is a pretty good fund because first of all, the price hasn't depreciated, so the price has stayed steady and has increased, and also they increase the dividends, right? If we look at the first time versus right now, there's almost difference of almost 20 cents there. So that's a great to see that increase. But we're going to the last one, which is YMAX. Man, this is the champion now. Look at this one here. They paid, of course, last time they paid 50. The first time in February they pay only 53. Then they pay 56. Then they pay 63, and now they pay 73. So the difference between this one and this one here, that's about 10 cents. You know what that represent? That represent about 15.7%. So it's 15% increase on dividend. Oh, we can round up to 16% increase on dividend when they pay last month of April versus what they're going to pay this month of May. So that's a pretty significant change. And of course, YMAX, as I showed you on the chart, is doing great. Not only it has increased its dividend, but also the stock itself is doing pretty good. You can see here, right? So again, guys, I just want to keep you an update on the YieldMax ETFs and how much they pay and the difference what they pay from last month to this month, and we touched base a little bit on the prices. That's all for today. If you like this content, just make sure you smash the like button, and then if you are not a subscriber, in order for you not to miss these type of updates, ex dividend date, record date, and payment date, make sure you subscribe to this channel. So bye bye.